ndiye ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Zimbabwe yati ngapinde. Zimbabwe yati ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Munhu wese ati ngapinde. Ngapinde, ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Zimbabwe yati ngapinde. Ngapinde, ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Zimbabwe yati ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Koti yati ngapinde. Kwese kwese ngapinde. Kwese kwese ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Limpopo yati ngapinde. Polokwane yati ngapinde. Limpopo yati ngapinde. Sando kupolokwane branch kiripo pa Limpopo ipapo. Headmaster Borusa. Ngapinde ake mukomana. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Zimbabwe yati ngapinde. Zimbabwe yati ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Munhu wese ati ngapinde. Chamisa ndiye ngapinde. Zimbabwe yatingapinde.
Good morning, Zimbabwe. Magadi Muria, Zimbabwe. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a special broadcast right here on Zim I Facebook, Zim I YouTube, and we are also live on Change Radio YouTube, Change Radio, the radio station itself, and also on Change Radio Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. Tinashe Mutizwa watching from Cape Town. Please do get on the comment section and tell us where you are watching from. And Zingapinde Hakim Komana Edmo Ngengeza. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. We have already said that we have a special broadcast here. We will be crossing over to Harare very soon, where we, the Change Radio staff, is having a get-together and also a workshop, get-together workshop in Harare, and we are going to hear from VP Karenyi, who will be addressing the Change Radio staff there, and who also hear at the end of the program from the party spokesperson, the party spokesperson Fadzai Mahere, Advocate Fadzai Mahere, will be speaking right before the program ends. But we also have other high-powered dignitaries there. Expect to hear Leader Satrayo speaking. He is there. We also have the Harare Province Organizing Secretary, Baba Madzore. He is present there. I don't know if he's going to sing for us, but he is at that function. And you hear from a lot of other people. Chairman Chamburuka, the UK chairperson, is there in Harare live. I'm sure we'll be able to get a chance to speak to him as we broadcast live here on Zim I. I don't know if my co-colleagues, my fellow broadcasters, fellow presenters, Leader Barbara, if you are here, please come in and greet the people. It's a special program, a special day. You're on mute, Leader Barbara, if you are speaking.
Yes. Thank you so much, Chief Shoshe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabwe, from all over the world, wherever you are. Ndingabelishona njani, lavuka njani, mthwakazi omuhle, magumbini amanonke omhlaba, maswera sei, muri eZimbabwe mamuka sei, Marara State. Yeah, tadzoka. Mukangona inini naChief Tauya, so mutoziva kuti kuri kupisa. Hanzi kuzova lead Chief Shoshe.
Yes. Thank you very much, Barbara. She is at not such a good place. That's why she's not on video. I know you want to see her on video, but she'll be coming in and out. But young one there, sit back and relax. As soon as proceedings start heating up, we'll be crossing over to Harare. But of course, we have many issues to discuss while we are waiting. Leader Barbara, yesterday there was, President Chamisa made an array of changes in his cabinet. And I know we have had very mixed comments from other people. I saw the comments here from other people that were saying, who is this? Who are saying Chamisa waits until last minute to make important appointments. When was he supposed to make them, and how late is late, and who determines whether an appointment has been made late? I think this is a very strategic moment, a very strategic time in which President Chamisa decided to shake up his cabinet. And like I said earlier on when I was talking to some people, that the president is the president, and he also definitely has to decide the people that are part of his team, the people that he is working with, the people that can help him deliver a new Zimbabwe. and I think he did a good job on that. Whilst we're waiting to cross over to Harare, we are going to discuss, analyze, and see, and also get to hear what you, our viewers and listeners, think about the appointments that were made by President Chamisa yesterday. Barbara, if you can come in there and just give us an overview of the new appointments.
Why you were breaking? I don't know whether it's my network. You see, this is the problem with people. Now they are saying Chamisa always waits for last minute. Last minute from where? Where are we going? Where? Last minute from where? Wachibva kupi?
Exactly.
Where are they counting from? Where are they counting from? You see now, Chief Soshe, people are saying Chamisa hana plan. Chamisa hana plan. Is this not a plan? This is a grand plan, Chief. It's part of the this is part of the plans that Nelson Chamisa has. One is the big president, one is the big so rakazara maplan, Chief. Iyi ndeimwe yachona iyi avana vasati vatanga handiti vari kuti president havana plan. President vane plan.
That's part of the plan. It looks like Leader Barbara is dropping his
appointed youths, there is appointed young people, he's appointed women, into his team. He's accommodated almost everyone. Remember, there were those positions that were not yet filled, the ones that were left by the people who went with Monzora. It was strategic not to fill them during that time. Vanenge vachimboona zvavo sapresident kuti apa ndingaisa ani. It's like munhu ari kutamba tsoro, Chief. Haungotangi nokubuda bhobho ka vanhu vachitamba tsoro. So iyi ndo bhobho yacho yabuda of interesting the appointments that have been made. We see the Secretary General for the Youth Assembly, Comrade Ostalos Siziva, being appointed the Deputy Speaker of the party. And I see most people welcomed this development, Chief. They said Chamisa made a good move. And also by appointing the former Deputy Speaker, Clifford Hlachwai, to the Secretary of Diaspora, I see this as a very big responsibility that has been put on Comrade Hlachwai's shoulders, Chief. This is a very powerful position that has been given to Comrade Hlachwai. So I see these appointments, the appointments are equal after careful considerations. And we also see the appointment of Mahenga Hama, the recently released prisoner of conscience, to the position of police and research. He is now a standing committee member, Chief. How beautiful is that?
Yeah,
let's look
at them one by one. That appointment of Mahinge Hama, last Mahinge Hama, why would people not appreciate something like that? And the Muro Ichete and Anotadza Kutenda, Shinuzakadaro. I think it was a very astute appointment. And remember, Barbara, Mahinge Hama was actually studying while he was in jail. All those years that he was in jail, he was actually studying. And I understand he did something to do with local government planning and things like that. I'll actually get that degree that he did while he was in jail. And he was someone who was already, an academic before he went into jail. But when he get in there, I know he acquired a relevant degree to the appointment that was made. Let me welcome our presenter here. Do you know her? To those to our viewers who are listening there, They don't even know you. They hear your voice on Change Radio every time when you're reading news. That's Sophie. Please introduce yourself again so that you know the way you do it when you're reading news at Change Radio, so that they hear that it's you.
There's feedback.
Just do
There's
it like
feed. There's
just do it like you do when you're about to read your news.
there's feedback.
Do you know it's amazing because I am trying to teach my young son to speak deep Shona. So I was telling him, tell me Tsumo, and he says to me, Makaterera nefenyuro ye change radio. So Vatariri
Beautiful.
Vadikani Maswera say welcome everyone. Makaterera nefenyuro ye change radio. We
Wow,
welcome
wow,
you. We
wow.
thank you. My name is Sophia Tekwani. Thank you so much for those warm welcoming words, Chief.
Yes, and maybe you can delve into your thoughts on the appointments made by President Chamisa as we wait to cross over to Harare.
Absolutely, Chief. Thank you so much. I think these are warm, welcome, and positive developments. Especially, I heard Barbara there speaking about Comrade Ostalos. I think it's a move in the right direction. I know the Youth Assembly is ecstatic on the elevation of its members. I know Comrade Ostalos is an articulate and well-spoken, individual who has his thoughts lined up and he can express exactly what he wants to say and how it comes out to the audience. I know he will do very well in the assignment, and we want to say Makorokoto and wish him all the best. We also wish all the best to the other appointees, the recent appointees. Comrade Lachwayo. I know he will do a very good job as Secretary of Diaspora. And on Las Mahama, I think it's a very welcome and a very positive move by the president. He deserves it. He's a hard worker. And like you rightly said, he was studying while he was in prison. So we know that these are appointments by merit. These are people who are being given the portfolios that they will manage. And going into the time that we're going into 2023, we know that we have a strong team that will carry us forward, and that will be the next government in Zimbabwe. So yeah, I think guys, ngati fambe inavo, ngati manye inavo, let us give them all the support. Let us be a team, and together let's get this regime out and let us be the next government come 2023. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you. And yes, they say a captain or a president is only as good as his lieutenants, the people
Yeah.
that are around him. And I think this is good preparation for the takeover in 2023. You need a good team around you. And President Chamisa is making sure that he has that good team. Leader Barbara, let's talk about Ostalos Siziva, his promotion from the Youth Assembly, SG Secretary General at Youth Assembly, now in the standing committee.
Yes, that's a very very good positive development, Chief. In that, you see, MDC it's a party that incorporates everyone. We don't belittle each other. We don't say wapana. And that's why you see ZANU PF ichidherera President Chamisa. They think that being old is being wise. No, 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 no. Being old is not being wise. Being wise is accommodating everyone. Like what President Chamisa has done. It's so what I got it's so zvinopa manyukunyuku chief kuti young as he is, Ostalos will be sitting with mature people, and this shows the confidence that the party has in our youth. We don't say they are leaders of tomorrow. Isusu, in our party, we say they are leaders of today. That's why we put them into decision making positions like the standing committee.
Yes, yes, yes. Sophie, the appointment of Ostalos, what do you make of that?
I welcome it. I think it's a move in the right direction. We are a party that is inclusive, that includes everyone. Which just goes to show we walk the talk. We say what we do, we are going to say. And we have the brains in the appointment of Comrade Ostalos. We know he's capable. He has proven himself. He has been with the youth assembly. He has proven himself in the youth assembly, and the president saw it fit to take him and put him in this position of responsibility as the deputy secretary for communications and information in the party, because he's capable. And this is a good thing, because we are also in empowering our youth and other marginalized or the minorities within the party, that they can come in and they can have a voice, and that they can work together for change in Zimbabwe. This is encouraging as well for the other youth. We're not like ZANU PF, where you've got a minister of youth who's 60 years old, or we've got women's ministry being headed by the top position, all filled by men. You know, so this is a very well thought out, I think, appointment by the president. It's welcome, and I know for sure that it's going to yield results, and we are going to we are a party that is progressive, and we can see that coming for Zimbabwe, that will be a progressive nation under the capable leadership of Advocate Nelson Chamisa.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Sophie, for that. Barbara, if you can just tell the people here what happens in the standing committee, in the National Standing Committee. What's so important about the National Standing Committee that President Chamisa saw it fit to promote SG Ostalos from the position of Secretary General Youth Assembly and catapult him in the Standing Committee in the MDC Alliance National Standing Committee?
Yes. Thank you so much, Chief. The Standing Committee is a subcommittee of the National Executive. It sits every week, Chief. They come up with decisions day to day. It sees with the day-to-day running of the party in between the National Executive meetings. Remember, the National Executive meetings are constitutional. And they said yesterday, this is the reason why the appointments were announced yesterday. The executive said yesterday. So the appointments were made but in the standing committees, like they come up with recommendations. So president came up with the recommendations, and the national executive endorsed the recommendations, but they are still going to the National Council, Chief, which is going to make the final decision. Ndokuchandoiswa chidindo, ndo chichando overturna. National Council inogona kuti aiwa apa dai musina kuisa uyu, apa dai musina kuisa uyu, apa dai madai. So ndokuchandoiswa chidindo final ku National Council. The National Council is the decision making board in between the congresses. So the president has got the power of appointing as per the constitution. So I've heard Wamwachiti, why did he do this? People are always there. Vakabata ma-red pens. Vanongoda kufarira kumaka kunge maticha. Chamisa akanyarara anyararirei, akataura ataurirei, akamhanya azomhanyirei, akafamba afambirei, akamira azomirirei dai aramba achifamba, akagara pasi agarire pasi dai aramba akamira. So he's the man of the match. Chamisa ndiye ane bhora, ndiye ari kumakwa. So isusu we are happy if people talk about our president. Vanomupa simba rekuti varamba achienderera mberi. We are happy that people are seeing him, in as much as they are saying kuti hana party. Why do you talk about a person who doesn't have a party? Which means kuti muri kutomuudzwa. They are feeling him, Chief. They are feeling President Chamisa. So the standing committee it's a very important body. Ostalos is gonna be making vast decisions, important decisions of the party. Young as he is, vibrant as he is, and I know he's being groomed. Very soon he'll be a natural leader. He's growing from being a youth to being a man, and ari kukurira ari mupati. He's going muchamuona ibullet kana bachamuda bullet pa.
Yes, and I think you're talking about competence, talking about Ostalos being a bullet. I think President Chamisa has really put him in a position where he can excel. Look at his eloquence. Look at what he has done at youth assembly level. What's going on? I think there's feedback somewhere. Okay, that's good. It's fixed. I think he's one young man who is going to bring value to the MDC Alliance National Standing Committee. And to think that you'll be speaking for the party, it's going to be exciting times. People should look forward to, the brilliance that we have in that young man. He has that added advantage that he can speak fluently and eloquently in Ndebele, in Shona, in English. What an asset. So we welcome Leader Siziva to the National Standing Committee, and also as our boss at Change Radio. And
Yeah,
you, Leader Barbara. I know you used to call him Pikinini's SG, Pikinini SG. Now you can't do that because
that one is my son. I'll call him Pikinini boss. Yeah. Chief,
another important appointment.
Chief,
Yes.
before we move on, there's someone who is asking, is it true that was removed from his position? No, was not removed. Wiwa remains the vice chairperson of the party. The one, Comrade Vijay, the one who was Vijay, the one who was appointed, he was co-chair, deputy chair. Co means they co-exist, very two. Basa rakakura, so they need to share because basa office rakakura, so there are two co-vice chairpersons.
Yeah, and people might be asking questions why two vice chairpersons. I think some people are aware, some are not aware. The national chairperson Tabita Kumalo has not been feeling well for quite some time, and as Barbara is saying, rightly saying here, the national chairperson position is critical, is the backbone of the party. So it needs to be fully functional. So I think the president saw here that he needed to beef up that part of his team, and I think it was a wise selection. The person that he put in that position, Sisu Zizai, is an eloquent man. I think you have seen the good work that he has done at local government, and his biggest attribute, Dimkanya, it's like Dimkanya. So you know what to expect.
Tribalism.
I know you're going to say that. But I mean, the man has been very, very consistent. He has done very well in the Secretariat for local government. And now we are just joined here by Sharon. She's a writer at the venue in Marlborough. She's going to tell us where exactly they are having the function. That's part of the setup outside the restaurant where they're having the workshop and the get together, Change Radio workshop. Over to you, Sharon. People just hear you on radio. You can just tell us what's going on right now. I know there's some background noise. People are preparing, but you can just go ahead and tell us what's going on there.
Okay. We are here by Jacob's Well restaurant in Harare. We're supposed to start exactly at 4 o'clock Zimbabwean time, but we are still waiting for other delegates to come. MC is here, but our key speakers are yet to arrive. So at the meantime, the delegates who have just arrived, they are just mingling and mixing. As you can hear the background, they are talking. They are just discussing. Yes.
Wow.
So,
can you tell us some of the people that you can remember that are already there? The few people that you can remember.
Okay, there is our leader, Shachwayo, who is there. And then there is Setongi. There is Mazzore. Mazzore is there. So now we are receiving some snakes. People are now having some snakes. So they are told to sit down and have fun and have some snakes. Because some of the people, they are just standing, talking. So...
Oh, that's DJ. That's DJ. Oh, there he is.
DJ Vaneldo.
DJ Vaneldo. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
And Sarkozy.
Sarkozy.
Ronaldo is on his way. He's not yet here.
He is there.
And Sarkozy.
Okay, go ahead, Sharon. Sorry. We're getting excited. We're getting excited, so we're getting in your way.
Okay. It's fine. Maybe he just... okay, there is Sarkozy, there is Mazzore, there is Tonde, there is Leader David, and then there is Setongi, who is taking a video of the people who are discussing there.
Wow. Thank you very much, Sharon. We'll come back to you in a short while. Just keep us updated. We'll be raising you as soon as the program starts.
It's all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, our viewers and listeners, that was Sharon there speaking from Harare live at the restaurant where Change Radio staff will be meeting shortly. And we're going to hear from Vice President Karenyi and also Advocate Mahere. People's Organizing Secretary, Harare Province Organizing Secretary, Leader Mazzore is there. You saw him in the pictures. I think it's a slow start, but while we are waiting for them, we have very important issues that to discuss here. We had just talked about the national chairperson position and the vice, people that are spreading lies and rumors that Honorable Job Scala was fired. He was not fired. Job Scala is there. He's still the vice chairperson. We just now have another co-vice chairperson. But moving on, another important appointment, very good appointment, very astute appointment by President Chamisa, the long-awaited appointment of the MDC Alliance National Treasurer General. I love that. I like that. But I'll let Barbara go first. Barbara, are you on mute? Sophie, you can go ahead.
I was about to say, I think maybe she's on mute, but I think, you know what, let's hear from you and then we come in, because I think you've got a more interesting perspective. Oh, there she is.
Okay.
Okay, is the position of the deputy treasurer, not the national treasurer?
The DTG.
The deputy national treasurer, yes.
Yes. The president appointed the deputy national treasurer, Comrade Honorable Daniel Molokele. This one is also a powerful appointment. We all know Daniel. Most people, they know.
Yeah, you're breaking out, Barbara. Yeah, it looks like Barbara is in Chendambuya today. Her network keeps breaking out. But Daniel Molokele was made, Honorable Daniel Molokele, he's also a member of parliament. He was made the national deputy treasurer, and I think that was a very sound appointment. Daniel Molokele has been very active, not only in his constituents. We see him every time in his constituents, present in his constituents, interacting with the people on the ground. Recently, I think in Change Radio, you put in a news clip where he was, he had visited a school whose roof had been blown away by wind. And he was there the following morning after it happened. And he was already organizing how the classroom was going to be refurbished, the roof replaced. And that's exactly what we want in our members of parliament who are on the ground, who are doing the work with people. And I think his appointment to the National Deputy Treasurer position is going to, just boost the MGC's finances in terms of resource mobilization, in terms of making sure that the party was well oiled up as we go to 2023 elections. And he's not a stranger. He has done it before. Those who follow soccer, like myself, what he's done, the great work that he did at Highlanders. He literally commercialized Highlanders. People were, he just started selling jerseys, kits and everything, branded kits, branded t-shirts, branded caps, branded hats, to the extent that Highlanders became one of the richest clubs. Not one of the richest. It was the richest club before we had, mining teams like Platinum. At that time, when Molokele was there, Highlanders was doing very well. He commercialized Highlanders. And now, even after he left, they continued with that program. And even myself, I've had very solid discussions with Honorable Molokele, talking about his ideas to commercialize the MDC Alliance, run the MDC Alliance as a going concern, as an enterprise. And I want to believe that he's going to, be implementing all those ideas. I've spoken to him, and maybe we'll be interviewing him tomorrow right here on Zimai and Change Radio. But that's an appointment that is going to definitely add value to the MDC Alliance. Sophia, if you want to come in.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. This is an appointment that will add value to the MDC Alliance. I mean, Honorable Molokele has been consistent, since he joined the party in the early 2000s. And, his track record, he's got a sound track record in NGOs, where he has worked in regional NGOs. He has showed commitment. He has showed that he's a comrade. He's a comrade to be reckoned with, even from his days in Fletcher High School. So this is someone that can be trusted. This is someone who knows what he's doing. This is a well-deserved appointment, and we can only wish him the best. And just support him, and support, run with the party as well, and hope for the best. And we know that he will do the best, for 2023 and beyond. So well done. This is a well-deserved appointment. And back to you, Chief.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt that Honorable Molokele is going to deliver. Those who know him know what we are talking about.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know. Barbara, are you back now?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah, we'll move on to the other interesting appointment. I know Barbara spoke about it briefly, but we want to talk about it a little more because it involves our boss or former boss. I don't know whether we should call him that. Clifford Chatwayo has moved from the position of Deputy Communications Secretary to Secretary in charge of the diaspora. I think even you, Sophie, you should feel wanted, loved, that you now have someone who is sitting on the diaspora desk.
Oh, yes.
Addressing issues to do with the diaspora people,
Oh, yes.
I think it's a long overdue appointment.
Absolutely.
We needed that. Diaspora is playing a big role, a crucial role in Zimbabwe, both in opposition, in MDC Alliance, civic society, and even in the country itself, in the country's fiscus, we're contributing a lot. Your comments on that, you yourself, at personal level, you are now represented in the MDC Alliance.
I think this is very welcome, because if I look at it from a personal level, um ndinonzwa kudzirwa chief, ndinonzwa manyukunyuku, because this is almost like we've been given a parent. A desk has been open for us, where we can, tinoendesa zvichemo zvedu. And people, this shows that this is a party that is not just waiting to receive from us, but also cares about our concerns. I think about the diaspora vote, for example. This makes our call for it stronger, because we've got this that is standing solely, for the diasporans. So, for me, I look at it on two sides. That this is a desk where we can also send or have our issues heard, and this is also a desk where it comes out that they can actually find support from us as diasporans. It can be a more coordinated approach, because there's so much more we can do for the party. There's so much more we can do for Zimbabwe, and giving it a coordinated approach will make it stronger. Will be a stronger team come 2023 and beyond.
Yes, definitely. We will be stronger. We are already stronger, starting from now.
Oh yes.
The team that has been appointed to start with immediate effect. I'm excited by those appointments, because they only strengthen President Chamisa. They strengthen the MDC Alliance, and at large they strengthen ourselves. As the liberators of the nation, because all these people are coming in with different ideas, different strategies that will make sure kuti Mkomana apinda. Yeah, that's the objective. So that Mkomana apinde come 2023. And please announce the full list of changes. What you have done so far is past comments. Okay, we are doing that. Barbara has the full list. Is the person who is in communications. She's the communications secretary for Women Assembly, and she's privy to all those announcements. So she'll be publishing the full list right now. I mean, as soon as possible. Tichaona Nyatanga, I really want to play a role also in MDC Alliance. Where are you, Tichaona? We applaud people like you. We need you. Please, Tichaona, get in touch. I saw David Siampondo, the Deputy Organizing Secretary for the MDC Alliance in North America. He's here with us. I hope he's taking names of such people like Tichaona Nyatanga. Nyatanga, you can also, there's Mr. Siampondo, and Ngapinde, Hakem Komana.
Ngapinde.
Ngapinde. No, not to borrow slogan. 2023. Ngapinde Mkomana. 2023, mabati ngapinde Mkomana.
Okay.
2023.
Ngapinde Mkomana, ngapinde hake Mkomana.
2023.
Ngapinde Mkomana.
2023.
Ngapinde Mkomana.
It's Ngapinde hake Mkomana. And talking about that, Leader Estella, do you want to tell us about the competition that is going on about Ngapinde hake Mkomana?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Chief. Before I do that, let me just give a shout out to one of our Change Radio DJs, Manfranco Rep Preacher. Thank you for tuning in.
Wow.
Forward we go, he says. Yes, the competition, the Ngapinde hake Mkomana competition started last weekend. And you stand to win $50 very easily by just taking a video of yourself dancing to the Ngapinde hake Mkomana song. Then the best dancer wins $50, and we are going to be announcing a winner every week. And did Chief Ndiso?
Yes.
Yes, every week we will be announcing a winner. And if you would like to enter your video into the competition, you can just send it in to one of our DJs on the number +26371630731. The number again, +26371630731. The number is scrolling across the screen. So if you would like to enter the competition, take the number down, get a recording of yourself dancing to Ngap in the Hakem Komana, and send in your video. That's simple. Thank you, Chief.
Well, there is $50 there up for grabs. And today we'll also be giving $50 at that function there. If there's anyone who is going to dance to this song, there's $50 that one of the participants is going to carry home. Ngap in the challenge competition. And you can do it. It's not privy to those in Change Radio only. Every Zimbabwean is free to do that. I'm sure even those that are here, and if you don't want the $50, we'll send it kuna mbuya vako kuHarare kana kuna sekuru vako kwachienda mbuya, somewhere there.
Yeah.
I know you might not need $50 here, but that $50 is up for grabs, and anyone can send their video to that number there. Ngap in the challenge competition. Send your video right now to 26371630731. We're preparing to cross over to Harare. The function hasn't started, but that's fine because we have a lot to discuss here. But we'll also try to have some interviews with some popular DJs that are at the function. We are also looking forward to speak to Leader Madzore and the communications boss for the Youth Assembly, General Sarkozy, who is also at the venue. So we'll be talking to him shortly. But moving on with the appointments, I know some people are saying, we are just making comments. Yes, that's what we are here to do, to make the comments, but the list will be published. We're just going, one by one, discussing those appointments and what they mean to all of us. Leader Sophia had just spoken about the appointment of Honorable Swatrayo to the position of Secretary for Diaspora. Let me pass my comments on that. I think that position, is something that we needed. Of course, we expected, we in the diaspora, because we lobbied for that. I was one of the people that lobbied for that position. But unfortunately, it was not taken in its entirety. In our recommendations, we had said that we want someone who is already here in the diaspora to be, representing the diasporans. It made sense, but when they deliberated in Harare, also what they came up with made sense, because they're saying you want your issues to be heard and addressed in Harare, but you'll be in America, you'll be in the United Kingdom, you won't be attending the weekly standing committee meetings, because this position, this person is, becomes very powerful because they sit also in the National Standing Committee, where they discuss the day-to-day running of the MDC business. That the Standing Committee is the one that runs, that drives the party, and they meet on a weekly basis. And you are in the United Kingdom, you won't be able to attend those meetings. So it makes sense to get someone, who can be your liaison. You speak to him, he goes into the meetings, and sometimes he also flies here, he visits all the countries, South Africa, UK, Middle East, wherever the MDC families are. And I thought it also made sense looking at it from that point. But I think we needed someone like that, and we haven't really seen the terms of appointments, but I know you'll be doing a lot of things, not just communicating politically, but also in so many ways than politics, business opportunities, investment opportunities. You'll be linking people that are here in the diaspora that want to invest in Zimbabwe. They can go through him, they can go through his desk and be shown, to the right areas, right direction, where they can go and invest. And the good thing about the appointment of Leader Shatwayo is that he has been secretary for local government, for the longest time. Before he became deputy communications secretary, he was secretary for local government. So he knows what's going on in the urban communities and rural councils where the MDC is very dominant. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is there are so many opportunities in our urban councils and rural councils, where we can have partnerships between business people or individuals that want to invest in our local authorities. They can be linked to the right places. We want to develop smart cities. We want to come up with markets everywhere, like the ones that were recently built in Gweru. We want that to be across the country. There will definitely be need for investors, people who come in, develop, build, and then earn their money back, earn their profit back, and then transfer to back to the city council, maybe after 25 years or after 30 years. So that's a good opportunity. So those are some of the things that we expect Leader Shatwayo to be doing when he comes in. He has already come in. He's already doing something about it. Yeah, isn't that interesting? You want to do business with the councils. There's someone who can show you where to go.
Yeah, you're so right, Chief. That is a very important part of the diasporans, showing support to the growth of Zimbabwe. And when you have a desk that can match you to business ideas, to twinning, to partnering ideas, for the development of the nation, that is a move in the right direction. I think we need to be thankful for the foresight of the leadership and the party president, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, in listening. This shows that he's a listening president as well. I mean, you've been advocating for this. You, along with other people, have been advocating for this appointment for a long time. And I mean, here it is. We have it today. So
Yes.
we have a listening president, and
right.
you want to cut,
Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut you off. Sorry about that.
No
We've just been
problem.
joined by DJ Venaldo here.
Ah.
If Leo, you can zoom in on where DJ Venaldo is. I saw you, putting a camera on him. So if you can do that, so that we can see Venaldo speaking. DJ Venaldo, welcome to the program, and please take a few minutes to greet our viewers and listeners here.
How are you, everybody? From Change Radio, this is a DJ Venaldo Morisei. West. I'm happy to be part of this biggest radio station in the land. Thank you so much.
DJ Venaldo. Can you tell us some of the programs that you do on Change Radio?
Okay, I do interviews on artists. I also do Top 40, which comes on Sunday, every Sunday, 2 p.m. And I also do Chang and Big Thursday and Zim Dance for Betos, which comes on Saturday. Chang and Big Thursday is a mixture of everything. You can find anything that you don't know gospel, that's how we do it on Chang and Big.
So those are really about Chang and Big. Oh my goodness, you have just explained it. I always wonder how you came to that name. Can you please go on camera? Okay. Leo, can you go on camera and just beam DJ Venaldo as he's speaking? Okay. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Just tell us more about this Chang and Big program.
I got this from one day I went to a club. Then quite
oh, Gango.
But when I became a DJ, when Change Radio gave me an opportunity, I thought to my mind, I said, let me have the Chang and Big of music. I can go find an example. But I will anything in that game, to put anything. Like big is very big, like so. I think I can understand what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
Saka Changani Beg, Rese. Sinongopinda imomo.
It's zvese unogona kungomuka pakutomborowa gospel tichitori munyasha unogona kungoya mwana ungachitongoda kutonzwa kana makingas takutongoita izvozvo unogona mwakutodawo rumba mwakutodawo zim dance, so we cater for everybody in one.
Wonderful.
Wow. If you can accept the video call that I'm trying to make there, because I thought our technical team was going to connect us with you so that we can be seeing you. So just accept that video call because people want to see you talk. They don't want to just hear the voice.
Hi everybody.
Can I make it?
But Rambo Buddha, but it's just the video was not switched on. So if we can have that. Okay. Oh wow. Whoa. Thank you.
There he is. All right, DJ Venaldo, people can now see you. They're seeing you now. If you can tell us, how did you become a DJ? I mean, I know you've always, you have that passion, but have you ever been a DJ or you just started because you love it?
I had a passion of becoming a DJ. I've never been one, but I've been playing but I went for auditions for a lot of radio stations. I went to Diamond FM, I went to Nyam Nyam FM, I even went to Star FM.
Yes. Oh, so what did they say at Star FM? What did they say at Star FM?
I tried my luck, but because by that time I had come out of the newspaper and she couldn't read up front, see my demo AMDC. So I thought associated more supporter opposition parties.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a personal question here before I allow Sophie to also throw in one or two questions to you. Can you hear me? You have disappeared from the picture, from the video.
Okay, I'm having problem with the sound.
But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Okay. Can you tell us, is being disabled, has that affected you, progressing in the things that you want to do in life? Like being a DJ, has that stopped you, being, disabled, has that stopped you from achieving your goals?
This thing is now different from in other countries. In Zimbabwe, sometimes disability truly means inability, because if you support a certain party, you are dead even if you have passion for a career. That's why you see every disabled person tries to be independent. They are into anything that has to do with politics, you see. So yes, it is in some other part, but now I'm okay with it. Every time everybody hears me on radio station, I don't even mind putting sharis radio because I'm working for something new, for change. So for now I'm okay, but recently it has affected me, not only me, but a lot of people. Yes, because the condition in Zimbabwe is not conducive to that amount that you can realize your dream. Yeah, if you're in Zimbabwe.
And we have seen you sometimes at demonstrations, in your clutches. You attend almost every MDC rally, MDC function. But there are times when the police, disperse people physically, and if what have they done to you? Have they beaten you up at one time, or they just leave you?
Yeah, I remember there's a guy from Kamuzuma. Yeah, he's called Tindo. Yeah, one day we were in a demonstration in town, but everything started going wrong because I can't take us in the lights. But he picked me up. Yes. The fact that I'm a political activist, and not only a political activist now, because now I even represent the province of Harare, which is the hub of politics in the
do you have a position in the province?
Yes, I have a position. I'm the secretary for special needs in the Harare province.
Oh.
I even go. There is every time I go to the meetings, I'm given my chance, and now I'm also in the communication, becoming one of the first people with disability to go into the communication world.
Well done.
So the MDC Alliance has given me a platform. They are like friends, they are like family. The way my family treats me, even if, I would like to say something like this. Even the community not gonna but there are some people who will back you, that will protect you. And I have to tell you the truth that life, as I said, it's a bit hard in Zimbabwe, but in the political arena, I'm 100% supported. If anything sometimes goes wrong, they help me. Like last time, they tried to demolish my talk show, but they helped me to become where I am again. I'm back on my feet again.
Wonderful.
Wow. Leader Sophie, before we let Venaldo go, can you ask a few questions if you have?
Yeah, it's more of a comment that I have for Leader Vaneldo. I admire your tenacity. I admire your courage. I love your work. You have us dancing, and personally, I think you're a very strong character, and I think this is something that we can all draw on. You're an inspiration, and I just want to encourage you and thank you for the wonderful work that you're doing. I know at one point when your business was destroyed and your children were affected, I really thought that what, maybe this was going to get you down. But no, you didn't let this get you down. You got up again and you went ahead. And I admire your courage. I just want to encourage you to keep it up and keep entertaining us at Change Radio, keep informing us. And I wish you nothing but the best, DJ Vanaldo. Thank you so much.
Chief,
Yes.
DJ Vaneldo is also supporting and trying to help upcoming artists who are not yet quite established in the industry. So if there are any people listening in who are starting out in the music industry, or if you know someone who's starting out in the music industry, you can get hold of us on the same number as the one for the gap in the challenge competition, and we will forward your number to DJ Vaneldo, and he will definitely help you to get a footing in the music industry.
Mm.
Thank you.
Well, DJ Venaldo, thank you so much for all the work that you are doing for Change Radio and for country and the MDC Alliance Party. We appreciate you. Maybe we'll circle back to you a little later, but now you can sit back and relax and enjoy the program there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, folks, that was DJ Venaldo, a young man in Harare. Those who don't know Venaldo, I hope Leo will be able to put up some pictures there of Venaldo. I was hoping that he would do that while he's speaking. He's physically disabled. He can't walk. He uses crutches. At one time, I even asked him, "Do you need a wheelchair?" And he said, "No, Chief, I don't need a wheelchair. I'm good with the crutches. If you want to help me with other things, help me with other things. But I'm okay with crutches." And you see him with these crutches at all the rallies, wherever there's an MDC Alliance rally or demonstration or gathering in Harare, Venaldo will be there. That's what I call a champion, And I'm glad he's one of our Change Radio champions. We appreciate it. And Change Radio, the EPE, Manje, Nasi, Ama. Please tell Royal Blue about Change Radio.
Royal Blue, I swear I say, wherever you are, we are happy you could join us. Nasi pane program Royal Blue. Tine event Change Radio. Yeah, tine staff, nema stakeholders, tichange tina VP Karenyi Kore, who will be addressing us. We'll be having our spokesperson, our national spokesperson, Advocate Fazai Mahere. We have be having a lot of colorful and senior members from the MDC Alliance Party. We've got our DJs. We've got DJ Vaneldo, who's just been talking to us. We've got we've got Sir Tongi, we've got Sharon, we've got other presenters from Change Radio who are together just to communicate to the world and to different stakeholders about what Change Radio is doing. So this is what we're doing, and in a few moments, I think we'll be hearing from the Vice President of the party, Honorable Karenyi Kore. And I see you've got a follow-up comment where you're saying, is Change Radio official radio for the Alliance? Tiziwe Kweku subscriber. Chief, there's your question. Antina Royal Blue is Change Radio, the official radio for the Alliance. Tizoziwa Kweku subscriber.
Yeah, you can go ahead and subscribe, but I can't say for certain that it's an alliance program project, but it's a radio station that supports the struggle in Zimbabwe. It's trying to give an alternative voice to what we are getting from ZBC and ZTV. You know, it gives an opportunity to all the political parties. They are not like ZANU-PF that picks and chooses those who have to be on Change Radio. I've heard news pertaining to ZANU-PF on Change Radio. I've seen Ngaruvume and other political players in Zimbabwe, civic society included, being interviewed on Change Radio, and that's something that we don't see on ZBC and ZTV. If you are not saying Pamberine Zan, you don't fit to be interviewed or featuring at ZBC or ZTV. So there is a little difference. So it's not entirely a party project, but it supports all progressive forces that are trying to bring change to Zimbabwe. So yes, Royal Blue, please go ahead and subscribe, and also donate if you wish to. Get in touch with us. All those numbers that you're seeing there, you can get in touch with any one of us. I'm seeing there. That's Honorable Madzore there, the provincial organizing secretary for Harare province. I think he was doing something. He was talking to people. We will soon be crossing over there and I can see that's Mr. Trust Ndovu, the chairman for South Africa. I think things are beginning to happen there. Let me try and connect with Trust Ndovu. Can you hear what Mr. Ndovu is saying?
No, I can't hear Mr. Ndovu. It's a bit low.
Leo, Estela?
Perhaps just by way of us coming together, we are just starting off here. I was going to ask everyone to just be in a mood where we all can open up and perhaps introduce ourselves. So I will start from here. I'm Paul Manzore, and I'm going to be your master of ceremony. I also happen to be the organizing secretary of for Harare province in the MDC Alliance. So for purposes of this function, I'm going to be your master of ceremony. So shall we go in that order, perhaps, via my counselor there? Yes, just introduce yourself, your name, and perhaps position why you are here.
Okay, thank you. My name is Councillor Kudzai Kadzombe, and I'm also the Secretary for Communications for Harare Province Women's Assembly.
Okay, my name is Jacob Rukweza. I'm the Deputy Spokesperson for Harare Province.
Okay, my name is Fani Mnengami. I'm the spokesperson for Harare Province.
My name is Trust Ndovu. I'm the chairperson of South Africa Province, including other countries like Botswana, Namibia, and other SADC countries outside Zimbabwe.
I'm still in Chuma, the MDC Alliance Youth Assembly National Spokesperson. But here I came as a worker or a volunteer at Change Radio, where I am a news reporter and news editor. Thank you.
I'm Leopold from the I'm a journalist.
I'm James Banda, organ of Triple C Amuzuma, but also here under Change Radio.
My name is DJ Vaneldo. I'm the Secretary for Disabled People, Special Needs, Harare Province, and also a news joiner and news writer at Change Radio.
Thank you. I'm Jennifer Ngadzore. I'm Secretary for Youth Harare Province, also Councillor for Mahere.
My name is Sasha Stone, the Change Radio writer.
Hi, my name is Yvonne. I'm a journalist.
My name is Tonio. I'm with the Zimbabwe Online Content Creators and Tech TV.
Linjani. Makaita anasakozi tipa my introductions. Teererai muntu. And yeah, we are introducing ourselves. I'm Clifford Hlachwayo. Ndinoona nezvevagari veZimbabwe, nezvevana veZimbabwe vanogara kunze kwenyika. Basa iri ndaritangowo nhasi. Asi ndikurida zvisingaiti, ndiri kutifadza zvisingaiti. Ndikuona mugari mwana weZimbabwe ari kunze kwenyika vanonzi Trust Ndlovu. Ndada kuti mamombe. Trust Ndlovu. Thank you so much. Change Radio.
Makadini zvenyu, saribonani. Linjani. Zvinoitwa Michael, the VP, the vavachamisa. Ndauyawo pano kutoka neChange Radio. I'm so excited.
Thank you. Another round of applause. Thank you very much. What Pano is to just give a background. What is Change Radio? Zvakambotanga sei? Uye tiri pari. So ndichataura nekapfupi pandinoziva kuti you are aware that in our country there is suppression of the alternative voice. And as a way of having an alternative voice coming out and vachitaura vakasununguka, people in the diaspora especially put their heads together ndobva vafunga kuti how can we support my initiatives ari kumusha anoita kuti tiwane change munyika medu, tiwane shanduko. How can we penetrate the communities to make sure that the communities have information? So people put their heads together, especially in the diaspora. Of course, it does not subtract people back home here. This is why we have journalists among us who took up the initiative to say we are going to be, volunteering for Change Radio, to work for Change Radio, and to be able to give people information. So Zwadaro, this is an initiative yakafungwa nezvayo kudhara, perhaps some years back. But the fruition, I was just being told that
well, looks like we have a network glitch there, but we'll be going back there mainly for the speech of the Vice President. I think I should be speaking soon. And we people are still coming in at that function. Time Africa, not only Zimbabwe. Time Africa, ukanzi 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I don't know China, 7 o'clock.
Aiwa, Chief, anytime is tea time.
Anytime is tea time. Yeah, so that's what we are seeing there. That we still have people that are coming in and transport issues, and so forth and so forth. But I'm glad that they're starting, and we'll definitely cross over there, especially when the vice president Venyika, kwandiri the vice president Venyika, because that's who she is. Because President Chamisa, the president Venyika. Yes. So.
Oh yes, you're right.
We'll connect when Vice President Karenyi will be speaking. That will be very soon. I think in a few minutes we'll be seeing that. If our technical team can just make sure that as soon as Vice President Karenyi starts speaking, we get to hear what she is going to share with us and also the people there. I mean, I just like the vibe there with people coming in, the journalists that are there. Tony, those who don't know Tony, he's very influential on social media. He's so you will also be giving a speech there. I hope we can be able to capture Tony speaking. He's the president of the online writers. Something like that. But he's one of the well-known media guys in Zimbabwe. So we'll be crossing over to them and see what's going on there. I know our guys are trying to running around trying to connect
various forums from various stakeholdership as leaders and as workers, as volunteers who are working under the change rate. Like I said, it is an endeavor to try and have information, an alternative way of passing information in our communities. Because you are aware that we have Mahere, ZBC, voices that are suppressing the alternative voice, the voice of change. So our theme, I was just asking, what is our theme? And I've just been told that we are celebrating diversity and resilience and networking through media. You are aware that the media plays a pivotal role in enhancing change in our communities. Without information, I remember when we started our movement in the 90s, in 1998, 99, thereabout, we didn't have much on social media. Taitoita zvokunyora tsamba zviya zviya, kana uchitonyorera munhu tsamba waitonyora kuti kanzira makadiko ikoko, iwo wopindura wombomirira kuti vachareply kana vazowana nguva kuti ndinofara hangu makadiwo ikoko. So but you are aware kuti vanhu vakaramba vachifunga ma-initiatives achiitwa kuimprove our social media. So, and this is where we are today, say Change Radio. We want to appreciate your existence, that you are passing on an alternative voice to our country. And we want to urge you to continue to do that. So this juncture and point, as you clap hands for the MC, I shall be handing over to our Minister for the Diaspora, Comrade Clifford Lachwa. As you come to take over, I just want to thank everyone for accepting the invite to be here. As I go to sit down, I hereupon welcome leader Clifford Lachwa to come to the podium. Thank you very much. Thank you, participants. Thank you.
Yeah, just allow me to. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Leaders here present, media practitioners, diasporans, who are here present, who are supporting the project. I'm so excited, Comrade VP, that the party yanga yagara ito nemuono wokuti the diasporans they must have specific projects in the party. They must have specific projects within communities. And one of its projects is Change Radio. It is an initiative that was born out of the need to make sure we disseminate information question, and the diasporans, our diasporan leaders, they came up with the idea and the resources to make sure that Tawane, it's the online radio. I must say, the people who were working communications department by then, who were led by Wana Tambo Nyoka, Wana Sisi Von, played a very pivotal role, set up the foundation for the radio. It was way before we were appointed. They were working on everything. Make sure ABCD. And also, I want to thank the Secretary General, Comrade Charlton Wende, for supporting the idea and dedicated the resources, because our diasporan provinces, they support the struggle here in Zimbabwe. As you know, our party is supported by the members, the membership. And our members are in Chenabuya, in Cholocho, are in London, are in Cape Town, and are in New York. So we are supported by our members. But the Secretary General is the Chief Administrator, decided to let's see, have other resources dedicated to this initiative here, which is the Diaspora project. I'm so excited, the corporate vice president, that I became, part of the first team yaka initiate programming yechini, because kuti chitango chino chinonetsa totangira papi ndakapoendwa ndikasvika vanhu vakango vasingazivi totangira papi, but takati aiwa ngatichitanga, and we started broadcasting. That was the first broadcasting was done. I don't know my dates, but I think you know takaita rally, the first rally, President Chamisa, the first rally. That was the first broadcast, and the first broadcasters, the chief, so say, na Barbara. So I was listening. There was a new appointee. What a broadcaster! What is there? Broadcaster. Then we sat down and say this is the thing, and we started. I think the full blown broadcasting. That was, I think, September of 2020. News programs like I must say this initiative is supported by people, committed people who are volunteering, their skills, their time, and their resources. A lot of people, vari kutoti chinhu chofanira chifambe nenyaya yei, inyaya yekuti hanzi mukomana ngaapinde hake, ndo nyaya ndiri kunzwa nezvayo. So inyaya yekuti we are saying this is a people's movement, and we nyaya yekuti spaces, the media spaces dzakavharwa, so we must have an alternative. So this baby is there, to close that gap that was created by the regime, and zvinongoda vanhu vari dedicated. So I must say, Comrade VP, we are very grateful as leadership kuti tine vanhu vane zeal to drive the agenda yechange. Contribution yechange unobata paunogona. So wekuti vanhu vakatodzidzawo basa remedia, wekuti vanhu vane passion nemedia, haana kana kudzidzira basa racho, but isusu tinotomboita madj kaya zvaishata. Tine mamwe mazita edu hondo yedu yemedia iyo Zori mangu masere kuti tunga kunyira mupachi. Takutorova. Amadzori. Ndinotobuda paredhiyo pepeka. Ndichitorova basa. Ndiri DJ. Kuti basa rifambe mberi. So, and I must thank also vanhu vanotibatsira with ideas, including Namkoma Tony, kuti vagara media, veteran, kuti. So this is a get together for people who are volunteering to change radio, who are residents. Muno Mahere. And it's Bulawayo yakaita in initiative yao vakaitawo a get together. Just team building, socializing, kuchinjana some ideas. Nekusangana na vamadzori. Because vazhinji vana vasada vamusangana nemimbi mukuru wamadzori. And vamadzori ndevamwe vatofana kutenda. Nziyo dzavo tiri kudzikwabura zvakaoma paredhiyo. Tiri kudzikwamamura vamadzori. Ndimi munorira ipo paya. Munotorira vamadzori paya. Vamadzori murira. So tofana kutenda. Aiwa, takati aiwa. Isu tofana kutamba nevatinotamba navo. Totamba tese pano panze. Totamba tese futi muredhiyo. Chipafunga ipapo. Vana DJ Vinaldo ndo vanobata kupenya nana Prof na Carol ndo ma DJs. So it's a team. We work as a team. Toshanda ono makanzira edu awo. Ndosamaona makanzira edu makuru ari pano. Vana telefoni gato. Makanzira edu makuru mu Harare. We are supporting my initiative akadai as young people and as community leaders. My spokesperson edu we Harare, Honorable Mnengami, a deputy wao, zviri zvokuti tinosenza tiri kuita.
Well, that was Diapsora there with his welcome remarks on that function for Change Radio. Leader Sophie, you can go ahead.
Wow, munozwandanzwa kudzirwa. So just realizing how important this team is. It's teamwork, and we are moving together tiri pamwe chete for a bigger cause that is bigger than you and I individually. And ndafara kuona vakawanda ma DJ, ma presenters that we work with, in person. Those words of encouragement from our former boss, now the new secretary for the diaspora, Honorable Fachwayo, and just reminding us where this radio station came from. Kuti ma presenters akatanga were you, Chief Shoshe and Leader Barbara. I wonder, can you tell us a bit about that? What happened when you first started broadcasting, when it was new? Just tell us, where we came from. It's good to know sometimes where things come from.
Well, President Chamisa was addressing, I think it was in Mahere or somewhere, and we were preparing to air his speech. We knew that definitely people were going to come when President Chamisa is speaking. And we said, instead of waiting to, get President Chamisa to start speaking, let's just broadcast. And we didn't have any express permission from Harare to do that because everyone wanted us to launch, sit down and have the radio station launched, amid, pompe and fun and, all that kind of thing. But it was taking long. We had already bought the software, we had set up the radio station, we had people that were prepared to start broadcasting with the DJs, but the official launch was delaying everything. So we just took it upon ourselves one day and said, Barbara, you know what, let's go live. And we went live 3 hours before the president started speaking, and we just started talking. And there were people on radio, I think we had about 400 people listening on that day. And then when the president started speaking, the number rose to 800, 1,000. And that was the first day. And it was, Leader Swatcher then called, you guys have already gone live. Yes, we've gone live. But it already happened.
Wow. Makatizvone hazvo kudya manonoka hamudi makutoita, and this is what we need. Toda vanhu vane zvivindi who will take this movement and this country forward. So This was the birth of Change Radio Zimbabwe, and this is where we find ourselves today because Makatora the initiative to go in there and broadcast and be the voice of the people that was independent and impartial.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yes, and I mean just to let the people know that yes, there are a few people in Harare, which is very commendable. That we have people that are, that are, so fearless that they would want to volunteer for Change Radio from Zimbabwe. I didn't know, I didn't expect to have so many people working or volunteering from Zimbabwe, but we do actually have them. But worldwide, we have, I think you are the right person to talk about that because you are the HR assistant manager, even though you also read news. You can tell us exactly how many volunteers are there for Change Radio and which countries they're coming from.
Wow, Chief, I think this is a befitting platform and a time to recognize the champions that we work with. And thank you for that because it gives us an opportunity to salute all those volunteers who take their time and money and efforts to fight for change, to bring change about in Zimbabwe. Change Radio Zimbabwe has about 60 staff members, volunteers who are all over the world. We have people in the United Arab Emirates, we have in Australia, we have you and others in the North American province, we have in the United Kingdom, in Finland, in Norway, in Sweden, in Germany, in Zimbabwe, in South Africa. If you allow me, Chief, just to salute all our members and all our volunteers, if I can just, give a list of their names and just at the end we just salute them and just thank them for the sterling job and the wonderful work that they are doing. If
Maybe
you will
not,
allow me, I'll
maybe
just
not,
go
please.
through a list.
No, maybe not. Maybe pane mamwe makwara asingadi kuzikanwa mazita. No,
Okay.
yeah, and I respect them for that. But I know there are some who don't want to be associated with Change Radio. Why? Because we, speaking the truth about what is going on in Zimbabwe, and some people, might not want to be, identified like that.
Pane mumwe abva atonditumira message anzi no, please don't do that.
I know.
Johnny.
And the wacho who is still not come to us, no, please don't do that.
Yes. Yes, but I mean, it's just still a good feeling that we have Zimbabweans across the world, across the continents. 60 people coming in virtually and broadcasting every day, news every day in Shona Ndebele and English Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. And
yes.
One way or another, we need to salute all those Zimbabweans that are volunteering. We appreciate that. People like to wake up every day and they know that they have to read news and do a lot of other things as well. You are an HR specialist and you do the staffing and what else? Conflict resolution. I mean, where there are people
titori mhuri, we're just like an ordinary family yekuti mune vateedzani vanosiyirana zamu vanombomarana vombodzoka, and it's life. We are just life. We are what's going on, what happens in life. Kuti ndikambomarana nachief Lydia Estella wopinda wokuedza kutiyananisa, we're just normal.
Mune vatedzani nematwins.
Nematwins mamwe matwins ari pano hatimatauri nemazita. Hati ndo vanditomira mameseji kuti hanzi hatizvidi.
Oh, goodness.
Right, leader Estella, please let's please don't make us miss Vice President Karenyi's speech. We can miss everything. Huh?
Leader Tongi is trying to get in, but Varku Kiko out network here. We're going to need
Well, that's in Zimbabwe. But whatever happens, if it means him going to put a phone after a phoning call, I can make a phone call and put a phone on besides or near VP Karenyi so that we can hear a speech even by video or audio, we would
Let me also
appreciate
call.
that.
Let me call Sharon so she can also try. If we have more than one person, one network,
Yeah.
you can we jump to the next to the other person.
Yes, yes. So, our viewers and listeners, we are here, so that we could hear the speech from our Vice President Karenyi, and would do everything possible. ZANU PF would want to interfere with good things like this. So there are network issues there. People are being kicked out of, the website that we are using. But that's normal when you're dealing with idiots like ZANU PF. That's what happens. Barbara, you wanted to say something? Please come in. We're missing your voice in the past 1 hour.
Oh, yes.
I don't even know where to start.
Actually, Leader Barbara, I think I know where to start. There was a question that we wanted an answer from you. A viewer actually asked Kuti, can you give us, some of these appointees? Remember, Chief,
Yeah.
someone was saying, can you just give us a breakdown of some of the appointees that were made yesterday? And we said, the person who would be privy to that would be Leader Barbara. So if there are anyone's that come to mind that you'd like to share with us.
Or if you have the whole list, if you manage to get the complete list.
Okay, I have the list in my head.
Oh, good.
We can always attach it when you are done on this. When I didn't know that they wanted the list, I don't have time to type here or to paste it because zvinhu zvangu zviri upside down.
Yeah, just go ahead and go through my way.
Okay, we'll start with the appointment of the deputy treasurer, Honorable Daniel Molokeli, appointment of the co-vice chair, Cecil Zizai, the appointment of the deputy communications secretary, which is a deputy spokesperson, Comrade Ostalos, Gift Ostalos Siziva. We've got the appointment of the deputy national organizer, Mugen Nuve. We have appointment of secretary for education, Comrade Evelyn Masaiti. We also have the secretary for policy and research, which is last Mayenga Hama, our recently released cadre from Chikurubi prison. He's being deputized by. Remember, Chief, this and Sophie, this portfolio for policy and research was the one that was held by Douglas Monzora. So Mayenga Hama is taking from Douglas Monzora.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mayenga Hama's deputy is Honorable Yasmin Tofa. It's a lady. And again, we also have some appointments in the national executive, whereby our own comrade from the Change Radio, comrade Distance Collins Bajila, he has been appointed in the national. He's a youth, you see, he's in the national executive, and also Caston Mateo has been appointed in the national executive. One interesting aspect, Chief, the president also appointed people from the civil society. Did you know that? He
That's good.
appointed,
That's really good.
yes, he appointed some cadres from civil society. He appointed Comrade Ambrose Windi, of Bulawayo Residents, Bulawayo Progressive Residents Association, BUPRA. He's in the national executive. I think he's also the chair of BUPRA. And also, he appointed the Tajamuka fellow, Comrade Mfanan Promise. He has been appointed also in the national executive.
Oh, that's powerful.
Yes.
Mm.
Wow.
I know there are a lot more coming, so I think we will be having a full list in on Monday
Yeah,
because
because the appointments are not yet done. That's why there's no list at the moment, because the appointments are still being done as we are
he's,
speaking.
yes, he's still consulting, and he's going to appoint more. And you know what, Chief? This shows us that the president was serious. He meant what he said. Remember, president said that the convergence, the CCC, Citizens Convergence for Change, is going to incorporate everyone. It's going to leave no one behind.
Mm.
So I think he started very well by appointing Comrade Buchanan and Comrade Kubin. Yeah, I think he's really done very well, Chief, and we applaud him for that. He's very visionary. President Chamisa has got a plan. Vaya vanga vachiti Chamisa hana plan. Muchienderera mberi muchitaura kuti ndokuchaya plan here ikoko kana apwenda. Is a vibrant team. This team is vibrant. Moto chaiwo. The, the likes of Morgan Mube, you know, Morgan Mube is also known as Gandanga. His name rekuhondo anonzi Gandanga. And Gandanga zveshuwa pabasa Morgan Mube from Bedbury. The former, he is the former mayor of Bedbury, the recalled mayor of Bedbury. He's now
Wow.
our deputy.
Wow, that looks like a strong team there, Leader Barbara, like you mentioned, people who are ready to hit the ground running and get the job done. So this is very encouraging, and like you rightly say, this is work in progress. We wait to hear the official party communication on the final list, but so far we are very encouraged, and we can only see that we're going in the right direction and be encouraged and take strength that we are fighting for something, fighting for change in Zimbabwe. Yeah. Do you have any other comments you wanted to say, maybe from the Change Radio staff get together that is happening in Marlborough, Harare?
Oh yes, as the HR manager of Change Radio, this is a way of appreciating and complimenting our staff in Harare that are working under very, very dangerous and difficult conditions. By the way, one of our staff in Harare, he was also arrested, chief, when uh, Ngadzore and crew were arrested. We had a staffer who was arrested as well. Did you know that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, yes. So Change Radio staff was there. So we are just appreciating the work that they are doing for Change Radio,
Mm,
working in very volatile conditions, dangerous conditions. That's the reason why they said you should not call their names out
mm,
because of fear for security reasons. We respect that, but
mm,
still we want to appreciate them.
mm,
They are hardworking. They are working under pressure. You know, they are volunteering, no salary. You know, ndo varwi verusununguko ava vari kutorwa hondo yavo. Remember kuti even in the liberation struggle, the radio played a very pivotal role. I still remember when I was growing up, mazuva ehondo 1977, I remember our parents, our villagers, they would group, maybe assemble at one household where there was a radio. They would listen to the news of the struggle kuti nhasi tiri kunzi chii, makomberedzi ari kuti chii. They will be given feedback, or maybe they will be given information about the struggle, and there will be music being played, music yestruggle ichiridzwa, marecords estruggle achiridzwa in that radio. And I still remember the DJ who was there. Remember, I was 7 years, 77, I was 7 years, but I still remember vividly what used to happen. People were united, you know. it's like mweya wehondo wanga wakabata munhu wese. It's unfortunate kana vana Mnangagwa vachitaura nezvekuti vakarwa
What
hondo.
is happening
Forget
at
now.
home through
I think we've got
such proper perspective as this one. All we have, of course, mixed stories. In some of the social media, they give us diluted stories. So this is something that when you listen, you're getting the right stuff. So we really appreciate that. I don't think I can prolong what the leaders here have already said. Otherwise, I will mess it up. And I don't know. I have heard that our spokesman will be here, and I would wish that it's my wish, through VP, that she speaks first before the VP speaks. I don't know how the organizers have done it. She comes. But no, the program is there. Okay, you will forgive me for mentioning that, but I wanted the organizers to be aware of that. But I also want to mention that we have other people that are working so hard, like my Msukuru, such why we've already mentioned. There are people that are working behind the scene, that have been working behind the scenes on this, to make sure this mission is successful. And, I would, if you allow me, I can mention a few names that come through my mind. If you talk of people like Tawanda Jokoro, people like Chinyoka, Patricia, Chennai, you mentioned them. These ladies who are USA, UK, they are working, they are doing a lot of work. I can't also avoid to mention this young man, TK Profs. And he's our youth in South Africa, so I was so impressed. And whenever he's he's talking, he impresses us. So thank you very much for all those who are here to support this. We are very much, we as diasporans, we'll keep on supporting every project, every initiative that will boost the struggle for freedom of the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Trust Love, who is our chairperson, is the party's chairperson in South Africa. In fact, chairperson of SADC, isn't it? Tichakurukura diaspora koko. Todi bozi Mozambique, Namibia, Botswana. He is the overseer of activities in those countries, representing the party. Without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome to the podium the Vice President of the party, who is getting ready, to be the Vice President of the country. Hanzi pari kupinda mukomana ipapo, ini ndiri kupindawo musikana. Let's give a round of applause. We are welcoming our Vice President to the podium.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ngatigare first. Thank you very, very much. Suppose ukati ngaapinde musikana unondidzingisa No, thank you very, very much. Regai ndikukwazisei mose mauya zviri kurakidza kuti zvinhu zvakarongeka, ngatimbozviuchirira maoko. A refreshing evening to you all. Allow me kuremekedza Minister, a newly appointed one, Minister Dr. Rekani. Clifford Safari, our standing committee member here present. Regaindi Remeke, our provincial chair, Mr. Ndlovu, from South Africa, all the way from South Africa. Chinhu chakakosha ichi. Tsipa reSouth Africa. Tinokugamuchirai. Regai ndiremekedze our organizing secretary, Honorable Madzore, muimbi mukuru wemuZimbabwe, anoimba nziyo dzeshanduko. I always remember the songs dzekutanga mhenya mauro chaiwoni. Those songs were so touching. You know, if you just tune to my radio, you feel good. Yeah, maybe angaine a vision. When he was singing this song, yaitaura nezvekuti zvinhu zvadhura muZimbabwe. Yanga iri yekuti chiva madzo.
You know, I sometimes forget VP Mama songs. I want this.
Muchima nekuti mugaba uraya nyika zvinhu zvadhura mumashops.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was saying to myself, yes. So he was prophesying kuti Zimbabwe ichamboita zvinhu zvichinetsa mumastocks. So thank you very much for that vision, and may the Lord continue to give you these songs, because dziri kuramba dzichitipa such kind of courage. So when you hear him saying ikomichi yagumbura kupenga kwako, you ask yourself kuti anenge azvirota here zvinhu zvese izvi. And I was not happy, Honorable Madzore. Maybe you must try to put something, because you just saying it is one. It was one stance chete. Kana unonzi Monzora akaimbwa chinzi chipo paya. Ameno imbokaita kauyi kacho ndisati ndaita. Yes. Apedzisa iri kuda kuti mupedzise.
Mutoweka mbari mwahenyu asi musamwira mumba mangu.
Yes.
Mutoweka mbari mwahenyu.
Yes.
Musashandisa hari dzangu.
Yes.
Tichariona simba reva.
Simba revanhu tichariona. Simba revanhu tichariona. Simba revanhu tichariona. Simba revanhu. Thank you very, very much. Regai ndiremekedze Honorable Fani Munengami. He's my friend, my close friend. But the wife is more important to me than him.
Good.
And thank you very much for steering for information here, Harare zvichifamba zvakadaro. Regai ndiremekedze our provincial spokesperson for the Assembly of Women, Councillor Kudzi, a young and vibrant councillor. Shekunzi record to me, it doesn't make sense. You are the councillor. And she's doing very well, And I was saying to myself, you know, if there's anyone who wants an embarrassment, Ngano Mirana Kudzi Nangadzore, na Joanna, that person will be in for it, because these guys are a tag team. Yeah, Sakare Gandiremegeze, our councillor, Maduku Ngadzore. And thank you very much, our young men. You are doing the best. When I was watching your voter mobilization and registration, I said, Muchaon, these guys are moving. And my son, he's always close to me when he's busy doing the work for our president and the party. Thank you very, very much. Ramba uchingodaro. So in the new Zimbabwe, you know things will be very, very good. I know you sacrifice a lot coming to cover our spaces. We really appreciate. Thank you very much. Vovo. You are a star. You know this young girl, Anonti Komborera. She's always there for us. Thank you very, very much. Yes, manje mamwe wacho eyesight yangu handichazivi. Yes, newzimbabwe.com iri pano. Ngatiuchirire maoko. Vana Sakozi takazongowanzwawo kuti here is Sakozi in Zambia. Takunzwa kuripota tikati vanhu vakuvanzwa kwese kwese. Regai ndiremekedze Chikwata. Thank you very, very much. I hear kuti tine ma-DJ asingabviri pano anogona. Thank you very, very much. And regai ndikuremekedzei mose. Handidi kutora nguva yenyu. Change Radio, you are doing a lot. Inini as Change Radio, it's a game changer in town. You go to Nyanyadzi, where I was born, there is Change Radio. You go to Chiendambuya, there is Change Radio. You go to Zumba Maramba Pungwe, there is Change Radio. So, makati koshera. Atino kuturemekedza zvakanyanya, and those behind the scenes, I don't want to mention by their names because maybe ndichasiya one or two, but all of them, they are very, very important. And I was reading their banner, the People's Radio, changing lives, changing ideas, changing communities. Changing lives, changing community. It means where there is change, pane changa chiripo chisiri right. So chatouya for change. So changing community and changing lives to us zvinotibata and zvinotikomborera, because nyika ino iyi haina kutimirira zvakanaka in terms of kuturwa kwemashoko. This is what we always wanted as the MDC Alliance, notungamirwa na-Advocate Nelson Chamisa. We always wanted to change a TV station in Zimbabwe for the people, by the people. And the Change Radio is for the people. And we want to thank you very much. We always wanted a radio station that tells Zimbabweans the truth. And we are happy that Change Radio is doing that. Please keep saying the truth about Zimbabwe. Ngatisazoita seZBC, taura zviri bias. Inini just continue to talk about the truth. And the truth ikangotaurwa, I think we will deliver change in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is one of the few countries in the world that has got only one TV station. Only one TV station. And you ask yourself, ingori ZBC, always ZBC. And if you go in these houses, very few people watch ZBC. Most of the people doesn't watch ZBC. And this other day, let me share a story. I was about to get to Nyazura. So there was vakomana veZBC, neveZinara and ZRP. And vanomboita their joined yes. So they asked Mutero TV. Then I said, "You want Mutero?" Yes. Because inini, I am an MTC Alliance. I have never watched my president, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, on ZBC. So I cannot even pay a single cent to ZBC. Then this guy, he just laughed. Then I drove. Then I said, inikupa ZBC, Mariangu. So I cannot even do that. So I think if we continue to do that, it's also to show them that we cannot pay for ZBC because there is no news in Zimbabwe. So if you check in Zimbabwe, for you to have a radio station or what, I hear good know about 10,000 or more. And to me, it's not like it's a good space. You must not even own a TV station. You must not even own a radio station. So we have got a lot of work to do. These changes are ridiculous. And ukaatarisa, okay, people want to go on air, people want to go on social media, but the space is closed. And they are doing it for a purpose. And we know it very, very well. Kuti reason yavanongoitira ndeyekuti Zimbabwe inobva yaita musindo nenyaya yekuti inenge yakuziya, because giving anyone information is power. information is inotransforma munhu, because when you talk about information inochinja upenyu hwemunhu. Where there is information there is also empowerment pachezvayo, empowerment yemupfungwa chaidzo chaidzo dzemunhu, social life yemunhu. So I really want to thank you very, very much. The funding of Change Radio is what makes me proud of you. It's an initiative from individuals. And izvozvo we cannot take it for granted. Regai ndikutendeisa amai. Thank you very, very much. Haizi nyore. And I hear Change Radio has now 60 people across the world, and the majority of the people are not paid salary. Amubhadarwi, it's voluntary. So I want to thank you very, very much. Mwari wokudenga akuwedzerei. Long live with this spirit yekungoita kuvolunteer. Hazvingangoitwi nevazhinji, zvinoitwa nevashoma shoma. Saka Mwari wokudenga akuwedzerei. I want to thank you for, I want also to thank our external assemblies. Mr. Ndlovu vari pano vakamirira vamwe wavo vana Chief Shoshe, vana Mr. Chamburuka, vana Vamutetwa, vese ivavo vana Australia. Thank you very, very much for this wonderful work yamuri kuita. And tinotenda madiaspora ese ava ndataura because ndo misoro yacho yechitima. And kunevo vari behind the scenes. I want to thank them very, very much. And I hope mucha deploy ma reporters kumaruzeva, because we really want this news to go to the grassroots level. Muripote zviri kuitika kucholocho ipapo, and I know with what you are doing you are also going to go kwese kwamunenge muchienda ikoko. And I just want to say the Change Radio iri kuita zvakanaka. And I'm sure, like all other listeners, we are so impressed by your balanced content that is very informative in nature and allows the divergence of freedom of choice rather than the monopoly which has been promoted by this current regime. Muri kupa this kind of freedom kuvanhu kuti mutaure, vanhu vataure zvavari kuda nenguva iyoyo nezvaitika. And I want to thank you very, very much. There haven't been media reforms in this country, irregardless of the fact that the constitution yedu inoita guarantee these freedoms. Munhu anotaura, but freedom irimo in the constitution. But you know, unongoitwa arrested just because you have aired your views. And that freedom iri kuya ichivharwa mwena nevari muhurumende veZANU-PF. And I want to say, let's continue to fight this monopoly. Let's continue kuti tirambe tichirwisa, because the moment you continue to keep quiet, hapana kwatiri kuenda. And I want to say, media reforms atiri kuramba tichitaura nezvavo. If we don't continue to talk about them, then hapana zvatiri kuita. So I want to encourage Change Radio kuti every day talk about it. We need freedom of expression, and freedom after expression yacho we also want it. Because yes, you can talk, but after wataura, what's next? We have got vana haruzivishe vari prison. We have got so many vana vedu vasikana vetrio vanongoshungurudzwa. Tine mayouth edu ari kurohwa, vari kuramba vachingoendeswa kumajeri. And every leader in our party ane court cases. If you check every week paroton row pane vanhu veMDC Alliance. Are you telling me kuti ZANU-PF haipari mhosva? Inopara, but because vane dambudziko rekuti isu pachezvedu tisu chete tinofanira kuramba tichisungwa. And I want to say, let's continue to talk about it. Let's continue to increase the space vanhu vedu vataura. We also want to encourage you kuti let's continue to talk about the issue of voter registration, because without us registering to vote, we are not going anywhere. Let's talk of Zambia, the game changers. My youth vana matuku takatogarira change nekuti imimi ndimi varidzi vayo, ndimi munofana kutochinja Zimbabwe. And mukaramba muchibatana neChange Radio, you reach out there. And I want to encourage kuti as a party, isusu tiri kuti pama reforms, we want to continue to fight for the diaspora votes. We want to to fight this regime. You cannot take money for our people who are in diaspora. Those people are Zimbabweans. They are contributing to the GDP yemuno Zimbabwe. And if these people are paying some taxes in this country, why are you not guaranteeing them even their right to vote? So let's continue to talk about it. Let's continue to encourage them. And I want to say, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Ndlovu, we are encouraging kuti imimi as you are our next hama yedu iri padhuze kuSouth Africa. Let's encourage these people to come and register to vote. Tsenzi inogara yatema. These people are not allowing us kuti vanhu mudzi, okay? Isu we are also fighting on the other side yema reforms. But imimi also is very close. About $100 munhu can come and register edzokera kumba and also come back to vote, because you can come kwese kuna Bait Bridge kwese mudhuze, people must come. I always talk about ka program kandakambo manyanako when I was the chair for the Assembly of Women. Kataiti dzoka uyamwe kurumura kwandakakuita gore riya pandakakusiyira ndipapo chidzoka uzoyamwa Oliver Mtukudzi akatiimbira. So pawakasiya paya zviri kucholocho zvachakangodaro, and it's even worse because shop yawakasiya iri kwaMuzarabani haisisiko. So we are saying dzoka uyamwe, come home, come and register, come and vote. And we are also encouraging you to come and partner with your rural constituencies, to your rural polling station area. If you just adopt it and do the work on the ground, obviously it needs short matibatsira. So encourage other guys, please, let's come and invest home. We also need to change Zimbabwe, and we cannot ask those who are in Zimbabwe to change. No. Let's help each other. Let's join hands and fight this regime, because without fighting the dictator, we are not going anywhere. And change radio. Rambai muchingorova saizvozvo. And I want to thank you so much, because if you read zvamuri kutaura kuti nyaya chaiyo ndeyekupa vanhu masimba. I was reading this article and I was saying the media plays an important role in the society as a source of information and also as a watchdog. Nekuti patinoona pakati shatei tomhanya kuchange radio. This is what is happening in Harare West. This is what is happening in Harare Central. Then you keep on moving. Paninya zedu, zvinhu zvedu zvese zvotofamba. Allow me also to recognize information publicity edu aripano. They are doing a lot even in our provinces. I'm happy with what happened last week, and I want to thank our information and publicity department rinotungamirwa naadvocate Fadzai Mahere and ranga richiinjiniwa na mukoma Clifford kuti vakarwa last week. They fought a good fight. And I want to congratulate you guys to say you did a wonderful job, because Zeki yanga yada kuramba kuti tiende kunoita ma programs kuma offices kwawo kuma invitations awa vakaita, but I was saying after your fight they allowed us to attend those meetings, which means they know that we are the game changers. They know kuti tisu varidzi vematombo. To all the brains and the support behind this station, the Change Radio, I would like to thank you very, very much. And to our listeners out there, I also want to thank you very, very much. And I want to give you a special thank you and say, Rambai muchiteerera Change Radio, because that's the only game changer in town, in everywhere, not in town alone. And I want to say thank you very, very much. And our suggestion is let's save and let's continue to support Change Radio. And tikaramba tichisupporta zvinhu zvedu zvinofamba. And I want to say Change radio oye. Change radio oye. Gosoko. Ngapinde zvake mukomana ngapinde. And I was saying, this is not even our uyu. Nyaya yati yatekeshera muZimbabwe. And I was on social media nhasi ndikaona chikochikari. Chokuda chainge kwaMahenyi chakanyorwa kuti ngapinde mukomana ngapinde. Then I said, hey, chikochikari chatonyorwa kunzi ngapinde mukomana ngapinde. Regai nditi handingagari pasi ndisina kutenda our president, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, because without him, that idea it is not change radio. And kutotarisa the change radio yakata mukomana haangagari pasina radio. They have tried to block, but they cannot block zvinhu zvedu. I think if I take you back in 2013 when we were doing the copper thing, was it 2013? Yeah. Yeah, when we were moving around the country. If you remember when we were about to talk about the issue of media reforms, ZANU-PF vaitaura vazhinji vaiti chinonzi Studio 7 ngachivharwe. Hatitodi kana kuchiona ngachivharwe. But if you listen these days, they are now on Studio 7. And I want to say to the Change Radio, you must also invite them. Allow them to air whatever they want to. Because the truth inongozikanwa. Chokwadi chinongozikanwa. So we want you to continue to report the truth and continue to support this idea. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you. Thank you.
Another round of applause. Thank you very much. Perhaps before well, I can see there is food that is about to be served there. But we are supposed to have a vote of thanks. So we're just going to have a vote of thanks before we go for food. That's supposed to. No, that's okay. But you are supposed to have more discipline here. No, that's okay. So shall we? My name is Yvonne. Can you please give us a wind up and vote of thanks? We will then proceed to have our food after vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I am so happy. I am so happy for this get together to happen, and I'm so proud of what all of you are doing with the Change Radio. I remember it started as an idea as far back as 2009. So here to be here in 2021 and saying it's something that I obviously would be so proud of. So ndodango kutendai, and I've got a very simple role. Yekutenda mese mauya kuzoti tingozivana tionane kuti ndivanani vari kuita something with Change Radio. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much to the outgoing deputy spokesperson because vakachimhanya zvakasimba. I can tell you that in all the years, this has been the strongest uptake. Yet the idea of the Change Radio going to Change TV. So I'm sure in seasons to come, we should be seeing the TV side of things coming through. But we want to thank him for the effort, the passion, the drive, the push. So we want to thank him. And is now moving to the next portfolio, but Layer Foundation. So we want to thank him. I want to thank my spokespersons in my provinces for coming through every province, MDC Alliance, for the uptake and just continuing to support the work of Change Radio. The diaspora community. I remember when they got hold of me and said, Yvonne, please come through and assist us as well, because but we also said, yeah, tabuda jedumu, the big tent, but we still support the works and efforts of changing lives, changing communities, and changing things in our country. So thank you so much and congratulations for the work that you're doing. Team Diaspora, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. We also want to thank our Master of Ceremony, the Organizing Secretary for Harare, Mama Zore. Tino appreciate our music yenyu. I was just sharing na Tonyo ndikati tiri pachirangano song yakambobata zvizhinji mukati menyika at a very difficult time. So we appreciate your music. May you continue to give us music yakasimba muronge musangano mara. We appreciate you so much. And our VP, wow, sometimes she could have chosen to be somewhere else. She could have chosen to delegate, but she came in person. Oh, we appreciate you so much, Mama. Thank you so much. I want to tender. Thank all of you. Thank you so much for dedicating this evening to get together and just meet the next person. Thank you for the team that was online and following proceedings here. Thank you so much as we interact, to share more ideas. Let's continue to talk. Mazvita henyu mwari akuitai zvakanaka, mwari akuchengetedzei, murambe muchipfuurira mberi. Kansela ngadzore, we are so excited tanzwa news titori pano takutoro chibreka kuti MDC Alliance abvumidzwa kupinda musangano dzezek. Tatisati tawana information, tikangodzwa kuti makasungirwa demonstration. So we are excited kuti ma-efforts amuri kuisa iwayo ari kuitawo chi kuti muwane breakthrough. But thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. So, hello. Shall we proceed to have our food? I think, as usual, we know our hierarchy. Suppose you are the last. You know our hierarchy. So I will invite the Vice President to please go first. And our chairperson, spokesperson, can you please follow suit? Suppose. Suppose, can you please join the Vice President? Thank you very much. And thank you, everyone. My duty as your MC ends here. People in the diaspora, thank you very much. And God bless you. I think we are done now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ngapinde hake mkomana ngapinde 2023 ngapinde hake mkomana. Yeah, I think a lot of things are happening in the background. And very soon you are going to be listening to music. Ngapinde mkomana ngapinde hake ngapinde hake ngapinde hake ngapinde mkomana ngapinde hake ngapinde hake ngapinde ngapinde mkomana ngapinde 2023 ngapinde mkomana ngapinde. Thank you very much.
Sometimes you wish if you were there, right?
Anditika. Absolutely.
Yeah, you wish you were there, and that's
wow.
Very unfair. I mean, yeah, I miss home. I miss home. Guys, let's keep fighting. Let's keep fighting. Let's do what we have to do. Let's use every ounce of our energy to remove this regime so that we can go back home whenever we want to go home.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sophie.
Oh, okay. No, I was thinking I'm muted. Yeah, so there we had our Vice President with words of wisdom, words of encouragement. Ndafarira pavati ndakamiswa nemapurisa maroadblocks eZRP neZBC hapana ichi chinorwadza pasi pano sezvinhu izvozvo and I'm glad she gave them a peace of her mind kuti muda kuti ndibhadhire license but inini ndiri munhu weMDC and handisati ndambozwa president wangu achitaura paZBC. And you know, it shows us kuti vanhu ava vakaomawo musoro, but vanhu vanoziva kuti chii chiri kuitika, and they let her go off because they knew she was telling the truth. So, you know, words of encouragement kuti Change Radio brings an alternative, a fresh perspective, a balanced perspective. So vachingo encourage as well, Change Radio staff members, kuti yes, we know a lot of you are volunteers, 60 people working in a radio station, and just giving us words of encouragement kuti rambai muri ipapo. And also interesting kuti ipawo even vezanu fawo platform yekuti vape voice, because vanhu havana kupusa, vanhu vanoziva kuti chokwadi ndechipi. So we appreciate her words. We appreciate her words as a vice president, as a mother, and tangonzwa kudzirwa nekuvapo kwavo amongst us and encouraging us. So yeah, over to you, Chief.
Yeah. We just want to once again thank our Vice President, Honorable Lynette Kareni, for gracing the occasion, and those words of wisdom they have said. You know that we need to just keep doing what we're doing. It's a good thing to all those Change Radio listeners and Zim I listeners. Sometimes we think that what we are doing is nothing, but it's these little things that are going to deliver Zimbabwe. You come on Zim I, you talk about the struggle, you support the struggle, you do your activism, your social media activism. It's important. Musasikidzirwe nekuudzwa neZANU-PF kunzi muri party social media kana kuti you are in New York, you are in London, or you are in Germany. You can't be talking about what is happening on the ground. The ground racho ratopa social media ipa. Zambia went to elections and went through the registration process during COVID time. They could not gather. They could not, have big rallies in stadium as they usually do. But they were doing it through social media. They were using radio. They were using Facebook. They were using online platforms, and they managed to register more than 7 million people, a record in Zambia. And the turnout again when they came to voting, it was huge. How did they do that? They used social media. So if you're on social media, don't ever undermine what you're doing. You are doing great, and let's keep doing that. We are the social media warriors. Chatopa vamwe maheroship kana tapinda tikada kutoti kune gamba rairwa riri kuSweden nerimwe rairwa riri kuFinland, and we'll be conferring you because you are doing such a great job. You are doing a lot. This awareness that you are bringing to the nation, to the people, it's a lot, and it doesn't only end to the people that are listening right now. The people that are listening right now, they have relatives, they have friends in Zimbabwe. They talk to them, and we are all called influencers. We whatever we talk, whatever we discuss, patenge tichingoita nyaya dzekumusha paya paya tichitaura kuti zvinhu zvakaoma. In a way, it unconsciously influences decisions on people on the ground. And you can also tell someone, you know what, this is wrong. What is happening in the country, that they come and give you cup salt, sugar just before elections. It's not right. So you're already playing the role of an educator to that paper, to that person, and they will listen to you because you are an influencer. They know that you are here. Maybe there's something that you know that they don't know, and we keep exchanging ideas. They're telling you what is happening on the ground, and you tell them what you also think should be done, should be right. And at the end of the day, we see the power of your messaging, the power of the words that you are communicating to those people in Zimbabwe in the ballot box. And I can tell you we are going to see that in 2023.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something before we close? I know you are doing a lot of work in the background.
I just want to say shout out to our sister Stabile. I saw one of her comments on Facebook, and shout out to all the Change Radio champions who are on Facebook, on YouTube, watching and supporting. That's part of your contribution to taking Change Radio to the next level. Thank you so much to you all, Change Radio champions across the globe. That's all I have to say.
Well, any last words, Sophie?
I think Leader Leo has a video that he wants to fly to the admin in the background. He
That'll
has
be the
requested
closing
that,
one,
yeah.
right?
So if that video is ready, admin, I think you can flight it.
Yes,
Change Radio, the people's radio, changing lives, changing communities, changing ideas. Tune in to Change Radio for all your fresh and undiluted news in Isindebele, Shona, and English. 5 days a week from Monday to Friday.
Well, thank you very much to all our viewers and listeners across the world. We want to appreciate you for being with us for such a long time. I think it has been 3 hours with you. Yeah, you can't believe that it has been 3 hours. So thank you very much. You've also been thanked by the People's Vice President and the People's Provincial Organizing Secretary, Mama Dore. You have been thanked by the People's Secretary for Diaspora, Leader Shatwayo, for the great work that you are doing just by coming here. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you everybody and have a good night.